Have you ever seen a cat with 4 ears? Or one so small it makes a soda can look oversized? What about a fluffy grump so rare it costs $100 million? This isn't some made-up story. It's the wild, real-world lineup of cats that look like they came straight from another planet. We're diving into 15 cats that'll make you blink twice and ask, is that even real? From a werewolf-looking cat to a blue-eyed beauty that hijacks your scroll, these cats break every rule you thought cats followed. Let's begin with number 15, the werewolf cat. The Lycoi looks straight out of a Hollywood horror film, but has the heart of a lap cat. Known as the werewolf cat, this breed has patchy gray fur, piercing yellow eyes, and a half-bald face that gives it an eerie charm. There are fewer than 300 that exist worldwide. The word Lycoi means wolf in Greek, and one look explains why. Unlike normal house cats, Lycoi naturally shed most of their coat as they age, leaving behind a mangy, wild appearance. But beneath that scruffy look is a playful, affectionate personality. In 2022, a Lycoi named Luna starred in a PetSmart Super Bowl ad, howling at the moon. Another, named Fenrir, became a viral TikTok star for chasing wall shadows like a haunted hunter. Scientists study their genetics to better understand rare skin mutations. They are creepy, but also adorable. The Lycoi proves that beauty doesn't always mean perfect. Sometimes it's the flaws that make something iconic. Number 14, the Janus cat. Well, Frank and Louie weren't a trick of the camera or AI tools. This real-life Janus cat made people blink twice. Born in 1999 with 2 faces, 2 mouths, and 3 eyes, he stunned veterinarians who believed he wouldn't live beyond a few days. But his owner, Marty Stevens, refused to give up. For 3 months, she tube-fed him every 2 hours until he finally learned to eat on his own. When Frank ate, Louie's little nose moved in sync, like a mirror. Against every prediction, he lived to the remarkable age of 15, the longest lifespan ever recorded for a Janus cat. In 2012, Guinness World Records officially named him the world's longest-living Janus cat. His story appeared in Ripley's Believe It or Not and the New York Times, and even inspired a children's book titled Frankie, the Two-Faced Cat. When he passed away in 2014, he left behind a legacy that proved even nature's strangest odds can't crush a determined spirit. Number 13, Yoda, the 4-eared cat. Yoda wasn't an optical illusion. This Chicago-born cat genuinely had 4 ears. Found as a stray in a bar in 2006, Yoda had 2 normal ears and 2 smaller ones tucked right behind them, a rare genetic mutation that gave him his alien-like look. His new owners named him after the Star Wars Jedi, and it fit perfectly. Though his extra ears didn't boost his hearing, they made him a global sensation. In 2021, Guinness World Records recognized Yoda as the only living cat with 4 ears. He appeared on Good Morning America and Inside Edition, gaining a devoted online following. Fans compared his back ears to devil horns or elf ears, and his Instagram was filled with memes. Despite the fame, Yoda lived a quiet, playful life, chasing toys and soaking up sunlight. When he died in 2022, fans mourned a cat who proved that what makes you strange can also make you unforgettable. Yoda was 1 in a million. So, what do you think about it? Number 12, Munchkin cat. Think a cat forgot to grow into its legs? That's the Munchkin. With low-slung limbs like a feline dachshund, these short-legged sprinters defy physics with their speed and agility. The mutation first showed up in 1983 when a Louisiana teacher rescued a pregnant stray named Blackberry, whose kittens all inherited her compact build. In 2013, a munchkin named Lilliput from California earned the Guinness title for world's shortest cat at just 5.25 inches tall. Critics often claim their legs cause mobility issues, but Munchkin fans say they're just streamlined, like furry little sports cars. In 2022, one named Tofu went viral on TikTok for swiping a green bean from a grocery shelf and taking off like a thief. Munchkins are also expert climbers, scrambling up bookcases and kitchen counters with a kind of stubby determination. Love them or question them, these little rebels prove that confidence isn't measured in inches. No leg day needed. Number 11. The longest cat on Earth. Well, first of all, Baravel wasn't just a normal cat, he was a landmark. This Italian Maine Coon stretched a jaw-dropping 120 centimeters, nearly 4 feet from nose to tail, earning him the 2023 Guinness World Record for the longest living domestic cat. His massive paws were the width of a human hand, and his feather duster tail swept floors as he walked. Fans called him a miniature lion for his icy blue eyes and flowing mane. His owner, Edgar Scandura, regularly shared clips of Baravel struggling to squeeze through cat flaps, lounging across kitchen counters, and stealing entire loaves of bread. Maine Coons are naturally large, but Baravel's genetics were exceptional. His father, Cygnus, was also a record holder. Sadly, Baravel passed in 2024, but his legacy continues online. His story reminds the world that you don't need magic to look mythical. Baravel wasn't just long in body, he was larger than life in every possible way. Number 10. Scottish Fold. Scottish Folds always look like they just overheard gossip, thanks to ears that bend forward like paper folds. The breed began in 1961 when a Scottish farmer spotted a white barn cat named Susie with oddly crumpled ears. That single cat sparked a global craze. But behind those folded ears lies a darker truth. The cartilage mutation responsible for their look can also cause painful arthritis. Still, they remain wildly popular. Taylor Swift's Scottish Folds, Meredith and Olivia, have fan pages of their own. In 2023, one named Maru broke the internet after starring in a Hello Kitty campaign, napping inside a tiny sushi bed like it was royalty. With owl-like eyes and wide, round faces, these cats always seem deeply curious, like they've just heard something shocking. Breeders now mix them with straight-eared cats to lower health risks, though some purists resist. Ethical debate aside, their permanently surprised expressions keep them unforgettable. Number 9. Iberian Lynx. This wildcat nearly disappeared for good, then pulled off a comeback wilder than a drama. The Iberian lynx, with tufted ears and a scruffy beard-like ruff, dropped to just 94 individuals in 2002, barely clinging to survival across Spain's dwindling scrublands. But breeding programs flipped the script. Today, over 1,000 roam again. Nicknamed Europe's tiger, they specialize in rabbit hunts and have eyesight sharp enough to spot prey from insane distances. In 2023, a viral YouTube documentary titled The Ghost of the Mountains featured a lynx named Luna teaching her cubs to hunt, racking up over 10 million views. That same year, Spain's postal service honored the species with a series of lynx-themed stamps. Once a cautionary tale of extinction, the Iberian lynx has become a rare symbol of successful conservation. Proof that nature, when given even a slim chance, can rebound, as long as we are willing to fix what we destroyed. Number 8. Ukrainian Levkoi. Ever seen a cat that looks like it was designed by a sci-fi concept artist? Meet the Ukrainian Levkoi. Hairless, with sharply folded ears and slanted almond-shaped eyes, this cat looks like it belongs on a spaceship, not a sofa. The breed was developed in 2004 by Ukrainian breeder Elena Biryukova, crossing a Donskoi and a Scottish fold to create this otherworldly look. Their skin is smooth and warm, often compared to heated silk, while their origami-like ears fold inward so tightly they seem sculpted. In 2020, a Levkoi named Zephyr gained a huge following on Instagram after his owner dressed him in mini astronaut suits, pulling in over 500,000 fans. Unlike most hairless breeds, Levkois are hypoallergenic and thrive in warmer places, though they'll hog a heating pad whenever possible. They chirp instead of meow, and only around 200 exist globally. Looking for a pet that doesn't just turn heads, but snaps necks? Meet your alien sidekick. Number 7. Borneo Bay Cat. This cat is so rare, even seasoned wildlife crews haven't spotted one in person. The Borneo Bay cat, native to the rainforests of Borneo, looks like a fox in feline form. Rust-red fur, glowing eyes, and a tail longer than its body. Fewer than 2,500 remain, and until 2023, scientists only had blurry trap cam photos to study. That changed when Oxford researchers captured HD footage of one stalking monkeys, bearing fangs sharper than a vampire's. Locals call it Hantu Hutan, or forest ghost, and for good reason. Logging and palm oil farming have wiped out nearly 15% of their habitat. But hope sparked in 2024 when a rescued bay cat named Ember became the first ever to recover and relearn how to hunt in a rehab center. Even weirder, its DNA is closer to marmots than other cats. Rare, elusive, and wrapped in mystery, the bay cat isn't just endangered, it's legendary, and without a doubt, one of the most beautiful species. Number 6. The Mini Assassin. This cat doesn't growl, it annihilates. The black-footed cat, native to Africa, is the smallest wild feline on the continent, weighing less than 5 pounds, but with a hunting success rate that humiliates lions. It brings down 10 to 14 prey per night, including birds, rodents, and insects, with a 60% kill rate. In 2021, researchers in South Africa fitted one with a tracking collar and caught it sprinting 20 miles in a single night, a tiny shadow with deadly focus. Its name comes from the jet-black soles on its paws, which help it move silently and leave no prints behind. Locals call it the termite mound assassin because it ambushes prey around dirt clusters like a ghost in the grass. Netflix's Night on Earth featured one snapping prey mid-air like a ninja in fur. With just 9,000 left, they're vanishing fast. Forget lions. This pint-sized predator is the real ruler of the savannah. Number 5. Arcturus, the giant savanna. Now let's talk about a cat that towered above the rest. Arcturus Aldebaran Powers was no ordinary feline. He was the tallest domestic cat ever recorded. This F2 savanna stood over 19 inches at the shoulder and measured a massive 48.4 inches long. That's longer than most kitchen counters. He lived in Michigan with his human family, who built a special high shelf above their dining table just so he wouldn't knock things over while walking past. Arcturus wasn't just big. He was graceful, gentle, and deeply loved. His massive frame turned heads, but his sweet personality won hearts. His size earned him a Guinness World Record, but what made him unforgettable was how normal he acted despite looking like a walking jungle cat. Unfortunately, he died young, but his legacy remains. In a world obsessed with tiny lap cats, Arcturus stood as living proof that sometimes bigger really is better, and way more majestic. Number 4. Selkirk Rex. This cat looks like it got electrocuted and loved it. The Selkirk Rex has tight, frizzy curls covering its entire body. Even its whiskers bend. The breed started in 1987 when a Montana shelter cat gave birth to one oddball kitten with curls in a straight-haired litter. That kitten, Miss DePesto, kicked off an entirely new breed. By 2022, a Selkirk named Einstein went viral for looking like a feline Chewbacca, with a mane that stuck out in every direction. Unlike most curly-haired breeds, the Selkirk's coat is soft, plush, and hypoallergenic, often compared to crushed velvet. Critics say they look like mop heads or living bath mats, but fans adore their goofy charm. Grumpy Cat's half-brother Nyan Cat was a Selkirk mix, adding internet legacy to the breed's name. They're gentle, patient, and love being cradled like teddy bears. These cats don't just tolerate weirdness, they define it. These are messy, yes, but unmistakably one of a kind. Number 3. The ultimate grouch. Meet the fluffiest curmudgeon in the wild. Native to Central Asia's mountains and open steppes, Pallas's cats look like cranky old men stuffed into giant fur coats. Their round, flattened faces, stubby bodies, and thick coats make them an internet icon. April 23rd is now officially International Pallas's Cat Day, celebrated with memes and clips since 2023. But behind that permanent scowl is a survivalist. These cats thrive in temperatures that drop below -50 degrees Celsius, wrapping their bushy tails around their faces like scarves. In 2022, a live cam in Mongolia caught one failing miserably to pounce on a vole, tripping over its own fur in the snow. They don't meow, they hiss like snakes. A grumpy Pallas's cat named Rasputin even went viral for judging zookeepers with a permanent side-eye. Scientists study them to learn how animals adapt to high-altitude extremes. While the Ojos Azules cat breed is famous for its eyes, this one is also mind-blowing. Number 2. The Royal Diamond-Eyed Cat. Straight out of Thai legend, the cow mani is the white-coated feline royalty believed to bring wealth and good fortune. Known as the diamond eye cat, its most striking trait is its mismatched eyes, usually one vivid blue and one radiant gold. Some even have two colors in a single eye. Their white coat glows under sunlight, almost like polished marble, and their gaze looks hand-picked by deities. For centuries, Thai royalty kept them as treasured companions, believing they offered protection and luck. In ancient Siamese poems, the cow mani was described as a moonlight cat. Today, they're rare but adored, not just for beauty, but for their loyalty and playful charm. Unlike aloof breeds, these cats stick to their humans like shadows. Regal, striking, and always camera-ready, the cow mani carries the aura of a myth that somehow made it into reality. Elegance wrapped in fur, with a stare that borders on divine. Number 1. The Hairless Hybrid. The elf cat looks like it stepped straight out of a fantasy movie. A hybrid between the hairless sphinx and the curly-eared American curl, this breed fuses wrinkled skin with backward curling ears shaped like tiny horns. Officially recognized in 2007, elf cats were developed by American breeders who wanted to blend the sphinx's unique look with the curl's signature ears. The result? A cat that looks otherworldly, but acts like a loyal shadow. They're social, clingy, and love constant attention. In 2021, an elf cat named Gollum, inspired by the Lord of the Rings, went viral for guarding a Christmas tree like a tiny gargoyle. Their skin feels like warm suede, and many wear sweaters not for style but to stay cozy. One viral owner even crocheted a Gandalf hat for her cat, sparking a TikTok craze. Odd yet captivating, elf cats prove that strange can also mean stunning. We hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like it, share it, and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for hanging with us, and we'll see you soon.